Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. We just have a in-class assignment tonight. It's going to be based a little bit on the idea of taxes. And if it helps, on the screen here, I actually put an example up here on how this works. The only thing I'll say is that the numbers in this example are going to be slightly different than the ones that you have. But I'll show you what I mean there. So in this assignment, there's going to be 2 job offers, one from Advanced Tech and one from Safe Systems. And basically what you have to do in this assignment is figure out which of the 2 is the better choice. So Advanced Tech, in this example, will pay you $75,000 for a salary. Safe Systems would be $70,000. But you can contribute up to 5% of your 401k. But Advanced Tech won't give you any match at all. So to figure out the 401k contribution, we could take 10% of your salary, because regardless of what you choose to do, you're going to put 10% in. That's the last line in the directions there. So with Advanced Tech, 10% of 75,000 would be 7,500. For Safe Systems, 10% of 70,000 would be 7,000. You can figure out the employer's contribution by figuring out 5% of the Safe Systems salary, or 70,000 in the example that I have here. Sorry about that.
For Advanced Tech, you would have to put in 10%. For Safe Systems, you would have for 401k. For Safe Systems, you would only put in 5%.
Well,
Would you still put in 10% and they're putting in 5%?
Yep. So you're still going to put 10% in, but then they'll put 5% in for Safe Systems.
So would you subtract whatever their percent is, or would you just put their 10%?
It would be their 10%. So in this example, on 70,000, you would put 7,000 in for 10%, right? And then 5% of that is 3,500, I think. 5% of 70,000.
Yeah, that's 3,500.
Okay. So your contribution would be 7,000, but the employers would be 3,500 then. But then once you get that, adjusted gross income is going to be however much you make minus what you put in for the 401k. So in the case of advanced tech, 75,000 minus the 10% you put in, 7,500, to give you your adjusted gross income. Yep. Any questions so far? Okay. Then
So
from
then for the safe system, would you subtract your 70, would you subtract both your and 401k contribution and the employer's contribution? Or just yours?
it would be just yours.
So would you add the employer contribution or would you just leave it there?
You would just leave it there.
What about the contribution to the HSA? Would you subtract that?
Yeah. Yep. So basically you can deduct everything except the employer contribution. Then I just realized I don't think I printed out the tax tables for you for the second part. But they should be here if we need them. I was going to say, is that big enough there? But essentially, you would use those tax brackets for the federal taxes. So the idea here, in this example for advanced tech, the adjusted gross income was 67,500. You can deduct the standard deduction, which in this tax table is going to be the 14,600 number.
Where do you get that from?
The 14,600 number?
Oh, right there, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the standard deduction amount from this tax table.
So that's what goes in the federal taxes.
Not quite, but whatever number you got for your adjusted gross income. What number did you get for that in part one?
You got 72. You guys have one numbers.
So,
From the advanced tech and then 66,400 for safe systems. So then we subtract 14 from that,
yeah, so that first one you said was 72,000,
72,200.
70,200. Yep, so you would take 70,200 minus the 14,600 to get the taxable income number. So that should be something like 55 or 56,000. Somewhere in there. And what I'm going to do here, I'll walk you through the calculation here with the tax brackets. So that number that you got there, was it 55,600? Okay. So to figure out how much federal tax this would be, from 0 to 11,600 there, it's going to be a 10% tax.
So you're going probably 22% tax.
Yeah. But the 11,600, you know, you'll have to pay 10% on that.
Okay.
So that's the first bracket. Then from there, once you get past that up to 47,150, then it goes to 12%, right? So whatever that difference is, 47,150 minus the 11,601.
So why are you subtracting those?
Just so we know how much money is going to be in that range of numbers.
So why aren't we just going by, like if it's 55,600, why aren't we just going like, because 55,600 is in between 47 and 100? So why aren't we just taking 23% out?
Just because up to that 47,150 number in that second bracket, you don't have to pay as much in taxes. You only have to pay 10% on the first 11,600,
Okay.
and then 12% from that point on until 47,150. So then that times 0.12, and then 55,600 falls in that third bracket there, right? From 47,151 to 100,525, so it would fall in there.
Okay.
But we only need to go up to the 55,600 number. So So minus the 47,151 times, and then in that case, 0.22 for 22%. So then if you type all that out there, what number do you get?
Where? Oh, right there.
Everything good?
So why are you subtracting the 55,600 by minus the 47,151? Why are you subtracting that? Why is that part of the equation?
Okay. So the reason for that is because that third bracket there, you're in there until you get to 100,000.
Oh, so you have to
525.
find the difference between, okay.
Yeah. Just because if you made 100,000, 525, then
So if you already multiplied by the 10% and the 12%, obviously the 22 came from 10 and 12 that together. Why do you have to add 22 to it too if you already did by the 12, 10 and 12? That makes sense?
yeah. So the reason for that, the 22% actually came from,
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm just blind.
that's all good. But yeah, that's just the tax bracket rate when you get to that range of numbers.
Is there any way you could blow that up a little bit?
Yeah. Let's see, is that better? It's not really clear. I'll see if I can make that bigger somehow. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it 47,150 times 12%? Was that the other one?
It's close, just because you're starting off at the 11,601 when you get to that bracket there. So it would be,
Minus.
yeah. So the end of that bracket minus the start of that bracket times 12%.
supposed to get adjusted.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, can you go back to the chart?
Yep, so then that takes you through 47,150.
$7,284.66.
That matches mine.
And that's for federal taxes.
Yeah,
All that for one day.
Yep.
So now I have to do it all over again for the safe system.
yeah. I'm sorry.
It's not, it's the crayons.
That's fair.
I did not.
Yep.
Okay, go back to the table. Oh, you're in.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good. If it helps, the state, local, and FICA ones are just going to be,
Those percentages.
yeah. So you won't have to go through the bracket stuff for the other ones.
Something 11,600 is 10%. Plus $10,074.
10,000. I have a different number, I think.
Oh, wait, that's because I didn't. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, I didn't. I'm sorry. So I added 1,160 plus 4,265.88.
Yep, that's good so far.
So then I have to take 51,800 minus 47, minus 51, which equals 4,649. Multiplied by 2, which is 1,200, no, 1,278. So then I add that to
The 4266 and then the 1160.
$11,605. No, that's not right.
I was gonna say, if it helps, it should be somewhere in the 6,000 range.
$6,448.66.
Yeah, there we go.
So then it's state income tax for Pennsylvania is 3.07%, and local state rate for up to particular salary minus any HSA contributions. So state taxes are 3.07 for both, right?
Yeah,
And then local taxes are 1.45.
Yep.
Right?
yep, those percentages of your salary minus what you contribute to the HSA.
And then FICA is 7.65. Now,
So to do state taxes for, say, advanced tech, you would need to take your salary amount,
which is back up to the 78.
yep, 78,000. And for that one, we didn't contribute anything to HSA, right?
So there's nothing to take out.
Yeah,
So would you take out your 3.07%?
yep. So what you would do, it would be the salary amount, 78,000.
Of what?
So 78,000, the salary, times the 3.07%. And that'll give you the state tax amount. think you may have an extra zero in there. I was gonna say, did you multiply it by 3.07?
Yeah.
Since it's a percent, you'll have to divide it by 100 then. That number that you got.
$2,394.
Yeah, there you go.
So where do I put that?
So in the chart that you have, that can go for state taxes.
Oh, I thought that's where the 3.07% went.
Nope, you're looking for like a dollar amount
Oh,
in the table.
Now we'll just do the same thing with minus the HSA.
Yeah.
So what if I have a negative number?
If they have a negative number,
Are they supposed to have a negative number?
it should be positive.
So for the safe systems, I did 76,000 times 1.45% times 100. That should be divided by 100. Maybe that's what we should. For the local taxes for advanced did you get 806.21?
I have something over 1,000.
No.
But it should be 78,000 times the 1.45 divided by 100, I think.
1,130.
That matches mine now.
Okay, see now I did the 76,000 for safe systems divided by 1.1 times. Maybe that's right. Yeah, times 1.45 is 110,200. So then I divide that by 100, right?
Mhm.
And I get 1,102. But I
Okay.
still have to take out the HSA.
Oh, I see. So instead of doing the 76,000 for the first number,
Okay.
if you take the 2,000 out of that originally, it would go to 74,000, I think.
So then I just do 74,000.
Yeah.
So 74. 1,007.
There we go. Yep. I was gonna say, how are you doing? Okay.
So what's the FFC, is it, is that, is that?
Yep, FICA.
Tax rate is 7.65, and it's computed on your salary, not the tax income.
Yep, so for advanced tech, that would be,
The 78,000
yeah,
and the 76,000. So we don't take the HSA out of the FICA.
Nope.
I don't know if I have this stuff right.
let's see. So the only thing with this one, you don't have to subtract the employer contribution.
That'd be 16%.
Well, the 3,800 number. So if you want to add that back on to
Then do I add all these up?
that, to get the total taxes. So then that number minus 14,600 we get the taxes. It's going to affect the federal taxes for that one. But that number's good, that number's good. Yeah.
So that's how much they pay in taxes? That seems like a lot, if they're only making 78.
No,
Oh, you don't have this, do you?
yeah,
Okay, so.
yeah.
No. I'm adding.
Subtract.
No, I already had it subtract. That's better. But that's a lot. says you need to subtract the taxes, your 401k, and your HSA contributions from your salary. If that the number, your salary is 78 and 76 thousand. So you subtract the taxes from that, the 401k, and the HSA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So. Doesn't have 401k, doesn't have an HSA. It's minus 16, so now that would be, so would I put that in annual take-home pay or monthly take-home pay? Or take-home pay?
Yep. So just subtracting them would be the annual one.
The annual, okay.
But then to get the monthly from the annual, you would just have to do something.
Multiply. Because if that's, oh wait, annual should be yearly.
Mhm.
So you divide by 12.
Yeah. Yep.
So for advanced pay, it is, the annual take-home pay is $61,222.74.
What was that number again?
$61,222.74.
Okay. Did you happen to take off the 401k?
That one didn't have a 401k plan. That's for advanced tech.
Advanced tech. Oh, but you're still putting 10% into it. The employer won't be adding any, but
Oh, so I have. Okay.
yeah.
So. So I'm doing 10% of 78,000.
Yeah.
$53,422.74.
There we go.
And then for the monthly, that's 4,451. And 49 cents.
Mhm.
Okay, so for safe system, the annual tuition is $52,731.14.
You're super close. It's gonna say
I subtracted the
at the
401K, I subtracted the HSA, and I subtracted the taxes. What did I miss?
you said 52,793.
No, 52,731.
731.
And 14.
Because it sounds like your HSA wasn't subtracted. But
So 76 times 7,600 minus 2,000 minus 13. 52,731 and 14 cents.
okay, yeah, it seems like your tax number for Safe Systems is different from mine.
What do you have?
Now, let's see. First, for state, do you have 2271?
No.
Okay.
I have 333.20.
For state,
Yeah.
okay. I think that might be where the issue is.
So let's put it. So it's now this is a tax on your taxable income, right? Not the salary, right?
For the state,
Yeah.
yeah, salary minus HSA.
Times the 3.07.
And then divided by,
100.
yeah,
76. Minus HSC, yes. No. Oh wait, that's the question. $2,271.8.
mhm.
I just started everything up.
But it sounds like it was off by the right amount to fix that, I think.
So then my local tax rate was 1,073.
That matches mine.
My FICA was 5,814.
That matches it.
It was just my total number. So I have to do, to get the total taxes paid, I have to do 76 minus 76,000 minus federal taxes, state taxes, local taxes, and the FICA. Is that it? Or do I have to put the HSA and the 401K in there too?
To get the annual take-home pay.
No, to get the total taxes paid.
Oh, total taxes should just be federal, state, local, and FICA.
All added together.
Yeah.
I did the calculation for the rest.
just be the salary number times the 7.65%.
I got 5,014.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then after that, I think everything matches up.
Okay, for safe systems, annual take home pay about $50,793.34. And then monthly is $4,232.78. So that's the monthly payment. Wait. So that makes monthly payments.
And I should say, once you get to part 4, like the future value calculations, you'll actually want to use Excel for that. But I can show you how to do that on here. That's okay. I'll just pull it up here then. I'm just going to share it with them too.
Oh, so this, the back, here's the table.
Oh, it's there.
It was on the very back, yeah. Like a calculation.
Okay.
Okay, so. Nothing I have no idea.
Okay. So there is a formula here. So equals FV
Equals.
I was gonna say I might try and zoom in on that too. Yeah, that's better. So then the rate here is going to be 6% divided by 12.
Wait, what?
Okay, so that's the 6%. Why are we dividing by? Oh, it's not.
Yep, compounded monthly. And comma, n per would be the number of times it is going to compound in a year. So if it's compounding monthly in a year, it would compound 12 times.
Yeah, I thought that's what the first 12 was for.
Well, the first 12 is figuring out how much the interest is just for that month. Because if it was just for the year and it only compounded once, then it would be, yeah.
So it's 12 because it's compounding once each year.
Once each month,
Yes,
yeah.
and so then the next 12 would be, so it's 12 times.
Yep, so 12 months of compounding.
Okay.
Then from there, the payment, which is something we'll have to figure out here. For the advanced tech, if we do that one first.
Okay.
So you're putting 10% in per year
Of what?
of the starting salary. So I think it was 7,800 for the year.
Okay, where are you getting 10% from? Oh, this is for the 401k, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So it's 7,800.
7,800. But then we're doing this in terms of each month, right?
Right?
So we'll have to divide that by. Yep, comma. Present value when you start is going to be 0. That's what it is when you start this process. Because you don't have anything in the 401k to begin with, right?
Oh, okay. Until you put that 10%, that first 10% in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then last one will compound at the end of the period, we'll say.
How will it also be 0?
Oh, that's just what Excel wants to do. If you want it at the end of the period, it's 0.
Oh, okay.
Or if you want it at the beginning, it would be 1.
Okay.
But that's just a Excel thing there.
So amount of monthly contribution would just be, would that be that formula? Or would that be, because like the monthly contribution would just be 10%, right? Divided by 12, so it'd be 7,800 divided by 12, that'd be your monthly contribution, right?
Yep, the 7,800 divided by 12. Yep. And then this future value will give you the balance.
Is what?
This calculation that we just did will give you the balance, the other part in
Oh,
the
'cause
table.
that's how much it is for a full year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the number for a full year.
Yep.
So then save systems would be. But their contribution is 7,600, but their employer also puts in 3,800. So do you have to subtract that out?
You would have to add to it because you're putting that
They're
in.
also putting that into it, okay.
Yeah.
So then you would add 7,600 and 3,800 and then divide that by 12.
Mm-hmm. Close. So I think what you'll need to do here to get the take home pay, you'll have to subtract 401k contributions. Because I think for this one it was 7,800.
That'd be good, you take that and plug your $22 and 20%.
Yeah.
And save you that.
Yep. And then with that one, you'll also have to subtract the HSA. I think that was 2,000.
Yep.
Yeah. But then once you have that, then you're there.
Can you put this in and this?
So same interest rate for 12 months, right?
What?
Same interest rate of 6%.
Yeah. It's just 76.
7,600 and
38. Which is what, 11?
I think 11,400.
Yeah.
So when I put that in, that's what I get there.
on number one, it says how much more is your annual take-home pay for advanced tech? So is that, I'm assuming that's comparing it to Safe Systems?
Yeah.
Did you get $2,629.40 for number one?
You said 2,629?
629.40. Yes.
Yep.
And then Safe Systems by $3,766 for number two.
Makes sense to me.
Which drove up? Whenever it asks, what other considerations would you have when deciding between the two offers? What is that asking? Like, what kind of consideration?
Maybe not instead of like money, what other things would you consider about taking the jobs there?
So like them offering vacation time or things like that? No.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is. It might get interesting in a few weeks when daylight savings time happens.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be like pitch black outside before we leave.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is in the spring when I teach this class for the first half of the semester, I think.
Do you have any questions? No. Do you need this picture? This the,
Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
I didn't know that that was there, so I wrote everything on the sides of the paper.
It's okay. Thanks.
So obviously I haven't been doing something right on the assignments. I don't know why they're not submitting. Am I able to, like, are they still open? Can I go back and do them again?
They should be, but I'll take a look. Okay, that should be sharing then. I'm just going to go in and take a look real quick.
before and then my progress doesn't save.
Okay.
I went on, I don't know how I started on this online and like I didn't finish it
Mm-hmm.
and like the progress didn't save, so I don't know if like I was logging out to like before it like actually submitted.
Let's see.
Cause like I have the worst rating here. I have like nothing done.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, there are a couple of these I need to check the box
What?
on allowing you to do it after the deadline,
Oh, okay.
but I will fix that.
Like, I don't even know how done. I don't know, it's glass.
Yeah, let's see. I'm just going to go right into the grade book here that's on Pearson.
Well, that's what like none of them are done.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it should be set up now where you can go in and look at them again. When I'm looking at this here, I'm just gonna, okay.
I don't want to.